I find that the Farm Leadership Council, they give me the ability to access some of the leading researchers and innovators and thinkers in this business of farming, and they present it in a webinar form which is easy for me to access. I do not, otherwise I would have to go to fancy conferences like Agri-Trade and Agri-Trend and drink poor coffee and eat lousy food and pay expensive parking and live in expensive hotels. Here I can do this from the convenience of my own home or office in a nice comfy chair at my leisure. I prefer to take and listen to these webinars in person when they're on, because then it gives me the opportunity to ask questions if I have questions. Otherwise, I can access these webinars at my leisure whenever I get a chance to, in the evenings or sometime when I'm not busy. I really am interested in the webinars that give market outlooks, because they give a third-person opinion of where this market could do and could go by people who are involved in the market every day and can follow what is happening in other parts of the world and how it is affecting us locally here, and it will affect me directly. I also like to listen to people like Drew Lerner, who gives us a weather outlook, and thereby I can figure out if I really have to take up my crop insurance or if I can just go with minimal crop insurance, that type of thing. And also allows me to figure out what kind of plants or what kind of crops may be beneficial to grow in a certain year, will be more profitable than others, if we're going to have a long growing season, a wet growing season, or a dry growing season. Some of the other speakers are definitely interesting, and they give a guy ideas and options to think about to improve the efficiency of your own farm and how you manage things around the farms, and maybe you have the ability to do things differently. A forum where a person can gain a wealth of information, and information is, time is worth money right now, and if you can do it on your own time, close to home, without having to travel far, and then to be able to pick up the universal information that will allow you to progress and improve your farming technology. Education is expensive, and the Farm Leadership Council provides education at a very reasonable cost.
The Farm Leadership Council seminars have been a great source of information for our farm. Drew Lerner's webinar weather forecasts were very valuable in making a number of important decisions. Thomas Mielke from Oil World seminars were instrumental in making some good canola marketing decisions. His unbiased opinions differ from other analysts and helped us to make the right marketing choices. It helped us to average $13.50 a bushel for our canola. All other expert sources were saying sell at harvest time, as there was an oversupply and that the prices wouldn't recover in January. His seminar alone is worth the cost of renewing my FLC subscription. The PAMI Combine Clinic was very helpful also, and the variety of topics discussed in the webinars were invaluable to our farm. My husband and I can watch the webinars from the comfort of our home at our own convenience. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Well, I am quite involved with working with other farmers as well, and I have a fair number of families in different stages of succession, or basically a farm succession. And the number of topics, either in terms of alternatives or what other families have done, or steps that can be taken to orderly move yourselves as a family forward in developing the farm, they're very, they've been laid out very well, in the sense that there's that topic is addressed from a number of different angles. And that, again, that the variety of expression of ideas or success or attempts does help families understand they're not alone, and it helps families see that there are a version of what they're already doing to make their business more successful and make their transfer more successful.
Appreciate that, Cliff. In the discussion about succession planning, you had mentioned sometimes it's useful for somebody in succession planning to have a discussion or to listen on their own so that they can get understanding of what individuals or what topics being selected. So again, it's just, do you think it's beneficial for people to listen either together or on their own?
Yep. No, I do find your offering of topics, the variety, so that I can suggest to a family that they do this as a mother, father, children, spouses, sit around and take their, because of your flexibility, take their time, select one or two topics for an evening so that they are focused, and then listen together so that they hear the same message and then they can digest that.
Okay, thank you, Cliff. Would you encourage other farmers to subscribe to the Farm Issue Council webinars?
Yes, I find that I mean, I've dwelt on the succession angle, but certainly just the general farm business side of it with the marketing and crop and livestock production and just the exposure to new and emerging technologies I always find very interesting. And so one can read about it, certainly, but having a presenter or a critique or provide their insight just seems to make it that more real as a potential change or addition to your farm's basket of activity. For me, the most important thing has been the broad spectrum of topics covered to allow me to get a bigger picture on farming developments and how then I can consider them as being part of our farm's operation.